Non-destructive testing allows you to examine materials and objects without damaging them as they can still be used. This is because this type of testing has a process where materials or objects are tested for differences in features without destroying the part. There are many types of NDT which are used for different materials or objects. Here is a list of some of the different methods that are used. Penetrant testing, magnetic particle testing, ultrasonic testing, eddy current testing, radiographic testing, visual inspection, leak testing, infrared testing. The above are just some of the most common used NDT methods. However, they all have their own advantages and disadvantages. Advantages: penetrant testing. You can test large areas of surfaces or volumes of materials at low cost and very quickly. Also, minimum skill is required when you are using this type of testing. Magnetic particle testing. Large amounts of complex parts can be inspected quickly and the equipment costs are very low. Because this is a fast process, you get ultrasonic testing. Ultrasonic testing can be used on a wide range of materials. And by using this type of testing you can inspect the thickness of the material. Also, minimum part preparation is required and only one side access is required. Eddy current test. This technique can be used for more than flaw detection. This is because this method also detects defects of the surface and near surface. It also produces immediate results. Radiographic testing. This type of testing allows you to inspect layered objects without disassembling them. And this type of testing can also be used to inspect nearly all materials. Disadvantages: penetrant testing. A lot of cleaning is required in this method. This is to remove all chemicals. Therefore, one of the main disadvantages of this type of testing is chemical handling. Also, this process only works on smooth surfaces. This is not a process to use when you have a rough or porous surface. Magnetic particle testing. Rough surfaces interfere with this type of testing, so the surface needs to be relatively smooth. Another disadvantage of this method is that only ferromagnetic materials can be examined. Ultrasonic testing. One disadvantage of this testing is that with this technique skill and training is required. Like the other techniques, rough surfaces may interfere with the testing, and also with this type of testing, thin parts may be hard to eddy current testing. This technique can be time-consuming when you are testing larger materials. Another disadvantage of this method is that skill and training is crucial and is more extensive than other types of testing. Radiographic testing. The main disadvantage of this technique is that radiation can be a hazard for people working with this testing, and as a result of this, extensive operator training and skills are required. These are only some of the advantages and disadvantages of a variety of non-destructive testing methods. Each type of testing has its own advantages and flaws. So when you are trying to find out the properties of materials or objects such as impact resistance, ductility, yield and ultimate tensile strength, fracture toughness and fatigue strength, you need to make sure that you do research to find out which type of method you believe would be best suited for your testing.